several schemes. We have the financial assistance scheme, which is to aid everyone under the bottom 10% strata of the income bracket. We also have the bursaries for people who do well under these brackets. We have the tuition grants for every citizen to get the cheap quality education. Now, Mr. Speaker, there's also scholarship for, but they come under a different purpose. Now, moving on to my rebuttals. I have several points of contention against the PM's points. Now, he said that how these people are so in financial need, they need financial backup. But Mr. Speaker, if they really want to help, give them financial assistance scheme. If it's not good enough, make it better. They said giving them scholarship does not solve the problem because that is not the purpose of scholarship, as I will be explaining it later. And the proposition team has not based their policy anywhere. But I will work with that, Mr. Speaker. Now moving on to my first point. I'll be splitting my points. Nature of scholarship and natures of scholars. Now my second speaker, Akil, will be talking about the necessity of retention. Now moving on. Now Mr. Speaker, on my first point is splitting it into 3 levels. Now on my first level will be on the purpose of scholarship, on my second level will be on meritocracy, and on my third level will be on why scholarship is an extension of this meritocratic device. Now on my first level. Now what is a scholarship? Mr. Speaker, a scholarship is basically a trade-off between 2 willing parties. It is not to help the financial needy. We have the companies and the scholars. Now the company spends hundreds and thousands of dollars on this scholarship, for example, accommodation fee, transportation fee, airplane ticket, and even for overseas scholarship, they have allowance for clothing. Now the magnitude of this sum must have something of equal in return. Now the students must give them good grades and leadership qualities. They have to give them a one-time interview and then years in the company after they graduate. Now, what's the purpose of scholarship for the students? They need the status and the job security. Now, moving on to my second point, meritocracy. Mr. Speaker, meritocracy is the best and fairest form of discrimination. The entire educational system, for example, of Singapore, in fact, almost everywhere in the entire world is based on this meritocratic system. Now, just for example, PSLE, A-level, O-level, and the school you get into, they are all meritocratic based, and they're all based on merits. Now, it also ensures that these scholars are awarded and rewarded fairly while encouraging competition among all students. And furthermore, since it's so entrenched into our educational system, why be aberrant and shift it? Now, moving on to my third level, why is scholarship an extension of this meritocratic device? Now, it's because it should run in tandem with other rewards and awards. People who apply for it corporate, they weren't born into scholarship. They fought for these scholarships. And therefore, they will have the internal impetus to study and employ scholarships because they have competed for it. And this also ensures that these people are definitely the best of the best. So why shift the paradigm when this system has been proven so effective? Now moving on to my second point, nature of the scholar. Now on my first level, where do these scholars come from? Mr. Speaker, can we profile a scholar? Can we say that they're Asian, they're 18 years old, they're Thai like me, or they're good looking like yours truly? No, Mr. Speaker, we cannot profile a scholar. Now moving on to my second point. Second level. Is there a majority that come from somewhere? Yes, sir. There is 2 reasons. Now naturally the majority will come from the middle to upper income brackets. Now this is because the brackets make up the largest segment of society. And generally it is true that the rich and the middle class can afford tuition and other tuitions and other programs. They are given more opportunities and tend to do better. Is it sad and tragic? Maybe. But it's because of the purpose that we need the best of the best. So what happens when you move these brackets? You are tending to the disincentivized and the socially marginalized. But although affirmative action is all fine and good, it already exists under the status quo. But it cannot impugn on the majority's ability and strive to success. Now you are denying the majority of their chance to pursue upward social and economic mobility. So Mr. Speaker, the rights of the protected cannot and will not, under our paradigm, impugn on the rights of the majority. So what have I shown you today, Mr. Speaker? I have shown you the purpose of scholarship, why should it run on a meritocratic system, and how widely accepted it is. And on my second point, I've stated the nature of scholars, where they come from, the different income brackets, and what would happen if we brackets